Your Honor, the state's next witness is Lieutenant Josh Stanley.
Lieutenant Stanley, come forward, watch your step. Stand right here, face your honor, raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, sir?
I do, ma'am.
Please have a seat.
Would you please state and spell your name?
Sure. Joshua Stanley, Joshuastanley.
Where do you work?
For the Memphis Police Department.
How long have you been with the Memphis Police Department?
19 years.
What is your current job duty or assignment in the police department?
Sure. I'm assigned to the Memphis Police Department's Real-Time Crime Center, where I'm the custodial records keeper for video surveillance, and I work on numerous technology projects.
What does the Real-Time Crime Center, Surveillance Center do generally?
Sure. Generally, it's a kind of is the brain for a citywide video surveillance grid that we have that you see throughout the city.
So those blue light cameras that you see driving down the streets of Memphis, is that were you referring to the real-time crime cameras?
Absolutely. The majority of the ones you see on city streets are owned and connected to the real-time crime center.
I'd like to direct your attention back to February 2nd of 2022. Were you working on that day?
Yes, sir.
Were you involved in an investigation regarding deceased Danielle Hoyle and a missing child, Kennedy Hoyle?
Yes, sir.
What was your involvement?
I think everybody on duty that day was involved, right? We potentially were looking for a 2-day-old infant. So we were throwing every resource that we had at it. We had some information on a potential vehicle that was involved in the disappearance of the infant. We used various systems that we have at the Real-Time Crime Center to develop some preliminary search locations. One of those search locations was the north end of Mud Island at the boat ramp.
What type of car were you looking for?
So we were looking for a white Chevy Malibu, I believe.
Your Honor, if I may pass to the witness who was previously marked as Exhibit 68. Or if I may publish it on the TV screen.
You want to publish?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead, please.
You mentioned you were looking for a white Chevy Malibu. Were you given a tag number?
We were, yes, sir.
What was that tag number?
It would have been this one, 3 November 36, Hotel 5.
And when you say November hotel, are you referring to the letter N?
Correct, yes, I'm sorry. That's phonetic alphabet that we use, so we don't confuse letters when we're talking about them.
You mentioned that you have access to the real-time crime cameras. How were you able to try to track down or narrow where a vehicle may have been?
Sure, so we have some videos that, some video systems that work like traditional video systems that you may have that just record video. Then we have some what we call license plate reader cameras, right? And these cameras essentially work the same way that scanning a price tag might work. Right? So vehicles pass them, they grab that information, they store it in a database that's searchable when law enforcement has a reason to search for those. So in this case, we ran this plate in this system that we have at the city, and we learned that this vehicle had crossed over the A.W. Willis Bridge onto Mud Island several times after we believe the victim was deceased.
When you ran that search, you mentioned several times. Was it over the course of one day or multiple days, if you recall, that it went over the A.W. Willis Bridge?
So I think it was several days in a row, if I remember correctly, but certainly during the target time where we're looking for the infant, right?
And when we talk about the A.W. Willis Bridge, can you describe, where is that here in Memphis?
Sure, so it's the bridge that that goes from what people would think of the Pench District over into Mud Island, into the roundabout, right? The tall bridge that we drive over to enter Mud Island. It's basically just one way in, one way out. There is an exit on the north end, but the majority of traffic uses the A.W. Willis Bridge to get on and off of Mud Island.
Now, may I approach to pass the witness a photograph?
Go ahead, please.
Stanley has passed you a photograph. Do you recognize what that is?
Yes, sir. It's like a Google overview map of Mud Island and the city of Memphis.
You're asked this time to be marked as State's Exhibit 84. Excuse me, Exhibit 84.
No objection.
Your Honor, requesting permission to publish.
Go ahead, please.
Could you please kind of point out by describing on the map where the A.W. Willis Bridge is and where Mud Island is?
Sure. So Mud Island would be the kind of pea-shaped piece of land there next to the Mississippi River to the right or to the east of it. And the A.W. Willis Bridge would be that bridge that you see crossing over that inlet of water just a little north of that big Cypress Lodge icon on the map. That would be it, yes.
When you look back at the license plate reader cameras on the A.W. Willis Bridge, do you recall what were the dates and times that license plate was seen going over the bridge onto Mud Island?
I don't particularly remember the dates. I need to reference that material. There should be a Genetech report in the file.
Would reviewing that report refresh your recollection?
It would.
May I approach?
Yes.
Lieutenant Stanley, have you had a chance to look at that report?
Yes, sir.
Does that refresh your recollection?
It does.
When, in relation to February 1st, 2022, did the car drive over the A.W. Willis Bridge on that day?
It did at 10:58 p.m. and then again at 11:16 p.m.
I'd also like to direct your attention to January 31st, 2022. Were there any instances on that day where the license plate associated with Mr. Brandon Isabelle drove over the A.W. Willis Bridge onto Mud Island?
Yes, at 5:55 a.m. on the 31st.
Now, you also, may I approach you to retrieve that document, Your Honor? Lieutenant Bledsoe, you also mentioned that there are cameras, real-time crime cameras.
Correct.
Did you review any footage from those cameras?
I did.
Where specifically did you look when reviewing the footage?
So we looked at various places along Island Drive. We have quite a bit of video surveillance down there, and we were able to locate a white sedan, a white Malibu passing during those time frames, where we're also seeing the captures of the plate coming over the bridge.
Where is Island Drive?
Sure. So Island Drive is going to be the main drive running north and south on the island. Right there is a good indicator. Thank you. Yes, it's going to be the street that runs just east of the park when you're down at Mud Island, the main drag.
Are there real-time camera cameras on Mud Island?
Yes, sir.
Around about how many?
I would say probably a dozen.
Are there some situated along Island Drive itself?
Yes, sir.
When you reviewed those cameras along Island Drive, what did you find?
We found that white Malibu coming over the bridge, going to the north end of the island, and then making a trip down to the south end, then returning back to the north before exiting.
Have you had a chance to review the video of the white sedan going up and down Island Drive during the time after plate registered crossing the bridge?
Yes, sir.
And has that footage been stitched together to make one continuous video of the different instances?
Yes, sir.
Is that compilation of stitched together video a fair and accurate depiction of the video that you reviewed from the Real-Time Crime Camera Center video?
It is.
this time, requesting to approach the pass an object to the witness.
Go ahead, please.
Lieutenant Stanley, I passed you an object. Do you recognize that object?
I do. It's a thumb drive, and it has my initials and MP badge information on it.
So have you previously reviewed the video on the thumb drive?
I have, yes, sir.
Did you then initial it once you finished reviewing it?
Yes, sir.
You at this time asked that the flash drive of compilation of Mud Island real-time crime camera video be entered as Exhibit 85.
No objection.
Requesting permission to publish once marked.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Lieutenant Bledsoe, right now, are we looking in what direction?
So we would be looking to the north. You can see the pedestrian sidewalk here on the left, and the grass. The river would be to your left or to the west.
What about now?
So in this case, we again, we're looking north there. You can see the illuminated pylons on the upper corner of the video screen for the pedestrian path. And then this would be looking southbound here.
Which direction is the white sedan traveling?
So in this case, the sedan would be traveling north.
And then the vehicle we just saw pass by,
And there it is going south.
so at this point it's turned around and going back.
Correct.
Now, looking at the top of the video, is there a date and time stamp?
There is, yes, sir.
And those date and time stamps, are they for each video clip that's here put together?
Correct.
So approximately what time is this clip occurring?
So this would be 11:10 p.m. and 31 seconds.
And the vehicle is traveling in which direction at this time?
So it's coming south.
In this footage, are there many other vehicles around driving up and down Island Drive?
No, sir, this appears to be the only vehicle.
Are there many white sedans?
This appears to be the only one.
About how many passes does this white sedan make up and down Island Drive?
So it appears to go, come onto the island, go all the way to the north, then drive all the way to the south, then go back up to the north before leaving the island.
What time is it now on the cameras?
So it is 11:20 p.m.
And during the course of the stalking, there's a vehicle taking another loop, traveling southbound again, and now northbound.
That is correct.
What time is it now?
So it's 11:35 p.m.
Sergeant Bledsoe, excuse me, Lieutenant Bledsoe. Were still shots from the, I called you Bledsoe, my apologies. Lieutenant Stanley, were still shots taken from these real-time crime cameras?
Yes, sir.
I may approach the pass collection of 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
please.
4, 5 photographs. Lieutenant Stanley, Do you recognize those photographs?
Yes, these would be taken from the video we just reviewed.
Are those fair and accurate depictions of still shots from the video that we just reviewed?
Yes, sir.
Here on this time state asked to be marked as exhibit number 86.
86 collective, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Requesting permission to publish once marked.
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
Thank you, Your Honor.
once more.
Lieutenant Stanley, is this the first photograph in the series of collective exhibit 86?
Yes, sir.
And what does it depict?
A white sedan that is northbound on Island Drive.
Approximately what time is the timestamp in that?
So this would be 11:04 p.m.
Moving on to the second page of the collective exhibit 86. What is this?
So this is a white sedan southbound on Island Drive at 11:10 p.m.
Moving to the third page of collective 86. What is this?
So this is showing the vehicle northbound again at 11:17 p.m.
And moving to the fourth page of collective 86.
The vehicle southbound at 11:19 p.m.
And moving to the fifth and final page of collective 86. Was what about this photograph?
Southbound again at 11:25 p.m.
So slightly different time than the
Correct.
previous, correct?
Correct.
Aside from researching the camera system and looking at the license plate readers, did you have any other involvement in the investigation of this case?
I did. I made the scene at the north end of the boat ramp to operate a drone to essentially search for the infant that we believe may have went into the river at that location.
If we could display the map that was exhibit 84. Exhibit 84. Lieutenant Stanley, looking at exhibit 84, the map of Mud Island, you mentioned the boat ramp on the north end of Mud Island.
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may approach to pass the pointer, or may I have the other pointer? Pass the pointer to the witness.
Go ahead, please.
So right here would be the north end where the Wolf River dumps into the Mississippi.
So where's the Wolf River? in
So the Wolf River is this tributary that you see right here coming into the Mississippi.
What were you doing at the boat ramp?
So we were at the boat ramp searching for potential evidence or potentially looking for this infant. As we were in the areas, officers discovered a small infant hat on the boat ramp dock. So we brought a drone and basically every resource that we had, right, to search along the riverbanks, hoping to locate this infant, but we did not.
You mentioned a drone. Who was piloting that drone?
I was.
And is that part of your duty to the real-time crime centers?
It is.
Drones?
Yes, sir.
What did you do during your search?
So we flew the entire riverbank up the Wolf River Inlet, checking along the banks where we couldn't get a boat or an officer to check.
Were you able to find anything?
No, sir.
Did you also search along the Mississippi Riverside?
We did. Yes, sir, I did.
Were you able to find anything there?
No.
You mentioned a hat, a baby's hat. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Where exactly do you remember that being located?
So it was on the boat ramp, on the concrete that would give you traction if you were launching a boat, so just a few feet from the water.
Aside from that boat ramp, did you guys find anything else there in the river?
No, sir.
Excuse me, the hat boat ramp.
No, sir, only the hat.
Stay with us with this.
May I have a moment? Stanley, you talked to the jury about the RTCC cameras and the LPR readers and things like that. Are those two separate things?
They are, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the job of an RTCC unit?
So we have various systems, usually just as technology advances, we add new systems, so we don't get rid of legacy systems until they fail. So we have some very simple systems that just record video and very sophisticated systems that perform other missions. The license plate reader cameras that are on the A.W. Willis Bridge are they just capture individual plates, right? There's some newer versions that kind of do all-in-one feature, but that is not the hardware that's there.
Okay, so this, the car that you are tracking in this compilation video is a white car traveling that you believe to be the white car.
That's correct, ma'am.
And you believe it to be the same white car, right?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
But you do not have an LPR reader attached to that camera to verify.
That is correct.
So we do have a white car traveling through that area at these given times that we believe to be that car.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the LPR reader on the A.W. Willis Bridge, what time did it record the license plate?
So I looked at the docket a few minutes ago. I would have to look back to give you the exacts. I've looked at so many numbers, but it was within the time frame of the video, right?
And did it register a second time?
There were 2 reads on that night, yes, ma'am.
Okay, one going to, one coming back.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And as part of your investigation, you pulled looking for specific times, right?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
So when you were discussing with the state the fact that there were not many other cars on the street, you were looking at a very isolated time frame, right?
Yes, ma'am. We were looking from the time that we received a read. We're looking for the corresponding vehicle to associate it. We know that plate is registered to a white Malibu, so we're looking for a car that appears to be a white Malibu, which the video reflected a vehicle that appears to be a white Malibu.
Okay. And you would agree with me that the snippets are seconds long?
That is correct, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in those seconds, you may not see other vehicles, but there may have been other vehicles on the street, right?
Yes, ma'am. There was not a lot of vehicle traffic, right? It's a residential neighborhood. It's the middle of the night, so there's just not a lot of vehicle traffic.
Okay. And you would agree with me it was dark during the time the videos were taken?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I only have one other thing else. With the drone utilization, is that a common practice?
More so today. A few years ago, it was less common, but they're more in everyday policing now than they were before.
Okay. And this was investigating the area of both the Mississippi River and the Wolf River.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
And that would have been done not during those nighttime hours.
Correct, that was daytime hours when we were out doing that.
Do you recall approximately what time you ran the drone?
I do not know, ma'am. I don't remember. We were just, hyper fixated on trying to find a baby, right? It was daytime hours. It was all hands on deck. Every resource the Memphis Police Department had.
Okay. But it would have been several hours after those videos were taken.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's all I have.
Any redirect from the state?
Lieutenant Stanley, earlier we were talking about the real-time crime cameras. There's quite a few on the island. Is there one at the boat ramp on the north end of the island?
There is. At the given moment, it was inoperable.
When you say at the given moment, do you mean February 1st, February
Correct,
2nd?
at February 2nd, right? Those cameras are funded through grant, through FEMA port security, and we constantly upgrade them as they reach end of life. And in this situation, the camera right there, unfortunately, was inoperable on the February 1st.
But the other cameras along Island Drive, those were still working?
No, absolutely. That was the video that we watched a few minutes ago.
So that's what's...
Very good.
And because that one camera wasn't working, we weren't able to see what actually happened down there at the river, right, at the boat ramp?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. You may sit down.